This is Julianne Condia, host of Rewritten. Thank you so much for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Hello, everybody. It's Filter Friday on Public House Media. I'm sitting here drinking water because I am dehydrated. Anyway, that's besides the point. You knew that about me. We know that. That's not new information. I'm going to take a second and share the show, and you should too. It took me forever to get Facebook to even let me do a live this evening. Like, it's not even... It took me like 10 tries, and then once I finally got it up, it wouldn't let me type out the the title of the show. It was so annoying. I had to try over and over and over again. Anyhoozles, let us share the show because sharing is caring. So we will let this fill up. We will let this. David Bobke, is that you? Does it sound? Because I'm using a different situation. You can see it's hiding in my hair. Does it sound okay? Let me know, because I don't know. I just hope. But I did. You know what I did do? Got rid of my rotten dogs this evening. They're trapped out there. So exciting. To like think up new ways to get them to leave. But I did it. I finally did it. It's a good day. My 6-page spread in FHM came out yesterday, so I posted about that today, and then I found a way to get my rotten, misbehaving creatures lured away from this area so we could do this show. And I used a coupon at Soup Plantation. So who's really winning in 2020? Me, person, right here. Anyway, let us talk about Kevin Spacey, because I want to know where the public outrage is over Kevin Spacey's situation, because honestly, who just gets to like running around like killing their accused? Oh, David Bobke, is that you that came in? Does it sound okay? Who's around? Leave me a comment, because I can't see when I'm doing this version of the live. I can see people coming in on the counter, but I can't, like, the names and stuff doesn't pop up. That only does it when you're using your phone, and I can't use my phone for this. It's really sad. Don't like it. Anyway, so we had a little break on Public House Media, which kind of sucked because I was shooting. No audio good, no outrage over that. Okay, great. Well, that's one less thing, right? Which has been like my basically my Forrest Gump saying of the month. One less thing. So what was I going to say? Okay, so for the 2 weeks before Christmas, I was shooting. So we did short, obviously tired and exhausted episodes of the show, and then Christmas came around and Public House Media went on a break, so no show, which kind of sucked because like Kevin Spacey put out this Christmas video that we're going to talk about in a second, and also Harvey Weinstein was spotted eating ice cream like the sad sack that he is somewhere in New York alone at a table. And it was funny because he wasn't necessarily crying in his soup, but he was definitely crying in his ice cream, which I feel like is a pretty Harvey move. Actually, nobody feels bad for him, but he looks so like depleted, like he doesn't have that rage in him anymore, which is really amazing. Like if nothing comes from these lawsuits, like if nothing happens, which God forbid, these people don't get justice. But even if they don't, they can always fall back on the fact that they mentally broke him. And if it's even a fraction of the mental torture that they went through, at least he will have gotten something out of the deal, Anyway, so hello, Tiara. Thank you for coming in. I miss you so much. I was going to call you the other day. And I got your Christmas card. Thank you. I need to send New Year cards because I'm so bad at Christmas cards. Plus, if you know me, you know that I shoot in December religiously. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. I'm always trying to shoot in December because it's just like my personal, it's like my favorite time of the year to get stuff done. Anyway, that's besides the point. Let's talk more about Kevin Spacey. So, probably like maybe a year ago now, I did the first episode about Kevin Spacey. We've talked about him, but the first episode I did, we talked about his little "Let Me Be Frank" video that he did, or it was the second episode I did about. Anyway, about a year ago, he made this "Let Me Be Frank" video where he's doing his House of Cards character from a show that he got fired from and is no longer on. And he was in the kitchen with an apron on, and he's drinking out of a coffee mug. And that coffee mug just so happened to have Queen Elizabeth's crest on it. Surprise, surprise. You missed my face. My face is right here. Here it is. It's got retinol and everything. It's all up in there. Retinol and some Clinique chubby stick. All for you, boo. Anyway, I try to make myself presentable for this show. I really, really do. I need to dye my eyebrows, though. They're blonding out, and I can't. I need more brows, man. I need more brows. Anyway, so he did his little "Let Me Be Frank" video, and when I talked about it, I told you that he was using that because he knows everybody. December 30th. Hey, so about a year. Oh, David, I had a memory. Look at that. Oh, so proud. Anyway, when I talked about it, we talked about how that was his message to everybody involved in the situation, that if he's going down, they're going down too. Fast forward to now. He puts up this creepy schmeepy video. So creepy and so disgusting. On Christmas Day. And it's called "Kill Them with Kindness." Or this came out on Christmas Day, but that video came out on Christmas Eve. So he's sitting in front of a fire, and I will say this: most of the video, he is not centered in frame, but he's like balanced in frame, and half of his face is dark, and like the key light is coming from the fire. I'm a fan of practicals. I totally get it. That's fine. Hi, Michael Lawrence. Thanks for coming in. And then as it gets he gets through his little creepy spiel, and then as it gets to the end, there's a push-in onto his face. And it's gross. But anyway, I'm going to read you what he said. You can go look at it. He's like, "You didn't really think I was going to miss the opportunity to wish you a Merry Christmas, did you?" Spacey goes on to say, "Pretty good year. He got his health back." Adrenochrome, perhaps? I'm not sure. Adding that in the new year, he wants to cast my vote for more good in this world. That will yet to be determined what he means by that. I know what you're thinking. Can he be serious? I'm dead serious. The next time someone does something you don't like, you can go on the attack, he says, but you can also hold your fire as he's stabbing the fire with a hot poker. Like, this couldn't be more on the nose. Like, for such an accomplished actor, you would think that he wouldn't be into such expository dialogue, but as it turns out, he is. So, but no, you could also hold your fire as he's sticking the fire and do the unexpected. You can kill them with kindness. Oh, Kevin. And I'm not going to say that it was a dolly push. It could have been the zoom. I'm not totally sure. But pushing onto his face, and that's the end of it. And then you see the fire, the zhuzh, the end. Earlier this year, a sexual case against him in Massachusetts was dropped. He's still under investigation in London for several alleged sexual misconduct allegations. Cut 2. So funny too. They put the royals right underneath of him. Wow, GMA. Really on the nose there, huh? Where's the Independent? There's only one decent article I found about this. Kevin, that really puts everything in one place. Kevin Spacey, accusers, dad, Roger Neal. Is that, I saw it come in on my phone, but I haven't seen it come in here. There you are. Hello, Roger Neal. My bagel buddy. The Independent. Okay. Great. Here's the UK Independent site. Okay. Kevin Spacey settles lawsuit after sexual assault accuser dies. Okay, now, that did happen. That did happen. But this title is misleading because you know what? 3 people that accused him are dead by suicide or cancer, schmancer, whatever, but they're dead. Is that they accused Kevin Spacey and now they're dead. Oh my God, what a coincidence. I guess they were killed with kindness. So ridiculous. I can't believe we've been put up with this nonsense anymore. The House of Cards actor was accused of forcing a massage therapist to touch his genitals and trying to kiss him. We've been through this. That's a different show. Go back and look through the catalog if you want to. But after the alleged victim died in September, thought to be following a battle with cancer, his estate filed a notice to dismiss the lawsuit. According to Variety, each side agreed to pay their own costs with no terms disclosed. Smells like lies to me. I think his family took the money. That's really, really sick, actually. The filing follows news that another Spacey's accusers, Norwegian author and former royal Ari Ben, died by suicide on Christmas Day. And that's when he obviously released his little killing them with kindness video. So you mean to tell me that we're all just supposed to believe I think his role in House of Cards was his head dude really thinks he's Underwood. Sounds familiar. Don't it though, Roger? Don't it though? You're not entirely wrong, Michael Lawrence, and it's a great assumption, but he is really full of himself. Like, he seems to think that, like, we can't live without an actor in our lives when we obviously all can. Like, who cares? But I think he was installed in that role for a specific reason, because it's very obvious about, like, that show's very obviously about the Clintons. It's about Bill Clinton. He does that accent because Bill Clinton's from Arkansas. That whole situation. So, that being, I said that to say this. When you have this Clinton-esque suicide on the heels of a kill them with kindness video on Christmas where he's stabbing a fire with a red hot poker, we're supposed to believe this crap? Seriously? Like, where's the public outrage? Like, remember how nutso people got over that dentist killing a lion in Africa that he paid to hunt? Or Harambe the gorilla, or the Yulin dog meat festival, or like any of these things? The outrage that we see on a regular basis. Like, if open Twitter right now and go to the like trending topics page, even locally, and it will be absolutely moronic in comparison to the fact that a man who is a gigantic public figure has 3 accusers that are dead right now as we speak. On the heels of his little, I'm going to kill him with kind, like, he puts out that, like, when you got to put out a video at 8:30 or 11:30 and have somebody killed by midnight, that's Kevin Spacey. Like, it's so ridiculous that we even take this information and has, like, the mainstream media really reported on this? Like, oh my God. Accusers, plural, of Kevin Spacey are magically dead. and their lawsuits are magically dismissed. Oh my goodness. They're all paying their own expenses and parting ways peacefully. They probably held hands and rode off into the sunset singing Kumbaya. Like, we're supposed to believe this crap? Like, I'm so sick to death of this nonsense that either makes it through the media or doesn't. Like, really? That's what are our trends? Let's just do this for real. Why not? We're sitting here. What are the trending topics on Twitter right now as we speak? Trending for me. Cameron Diaz and Benji Manning had a baby girl. Congratulations to them. Netflix unveils details for dozens of original films coming in 2020. Who cares? The Grudge that's being promoted. Luke. Religion. Leaders in the United Methodist Church announced a plan to split over LGBTQ issues. LA Times. The best logo in Los Angeles belongs to Western Truck Exchange. That's trending? Trump, that trends every day. Former Fox reporter alleges Trump hit on her and exhibit in her new book. Okay, if you haven't seen Bombshell by now, go see it. Students are re-examining the FAFSA form with all this World War III draft. Oh goodness, you're all hilarious. Multiple people killed in new strikes north of Baghdad. Knew that. Oh, Apple. Dr. Phil's son is house is full of guns, weird chairs, and bear statues. Psh, kill it, Dr. Phil. Kill it. And Tony. What else is trending today? Surprisingly enough, Buckingham Palace releases the new generational portrait. Right there. Boom. How interesting. So nowhere in there between the truck logo or Netflix's new releases. There's nowhere in there is there room for the fact that Kevin Spacey's accusers have all magically come up dead and their lawsuits were dismissed and peaceful and blah blah blah. Like, how on earth do we take this as a public? Like, really? Seriously? Like, this is... Gosh, I hope he disabled the comments on that YouTube video. I really, really do. Like, I can't even believe... For the things that YouTube will not allow, they let that out? Like, I don't know about you, but I've had lots of stuff on YouTube flagged for X, Y, and Z for really arbitrary, innocuous reasons. And he's over here, kill him with kindness while he's poking a fire and somebody ends up dead the next day? Like, what? Or like that whole, what was that YouTuber kid, Logan Paul or somebody who went to the suicide forest in Japan and was like, hey, here's a dead body. Like, they crucified that kid. He shouldn't have done that. That was a terrible thing to do. But, like, that's the type of stuff that people are like, pearl clutch, shock, awe. Oh my goodness. Gasp. Where's my fainting couch and my hoop skirt when I need it? Like, this makes no sense. This makes no sense whatsoever. So, with that being said, let's move on to the next point. My friend Liz posted a couple hours ago about how, or maybe it was earlier today, I don't know, about how the people that are like really, really deep in this whole situation haven't really been mentioned. Like how Asia Argento, her and her demon tattoo on her, oh gosh, what's her face? Rose McGowan, like all these chicks. Like, they have all types of stuff to say about update. He has not disabled comments in that video. That's really interesting. Interesting. Writers say will be interesting to see if Charlize or Renee will win the Oscar. Bombshell versus Judy. I don't know. I think Renee pulls harder with the Academy, honestly. But that's just me. I'm not totally sure. Anyway. So, you know, these things happen and nobody, you know, these like, I'm not going to say that, not puppet masters, but like these like ringleaders of the hashtag Me Too movement, they don't have anything to say about Kevin Spacey's accusers coming up dead. I don't have anything to say about Jeffrey Epstein. I don't have anything to say about any of these people. Nothing? The comment, this is like the time that OJ wrote a book illustrating how he did it. Absolutely, OJ did write a book, and I believe it's called If I Did It, and he talks about how he may have killed Nicole Brown and what's-his-face in their yard with a knife and a glove on, but he didn't. Like, yes, that's a great comment. They're on it. But it's like, really? Seriously? But it is no mistake at all that in his first little Let Me Be Frank video, he's holding his coffee cup with the Queen's crest on it, and a former royal who's an accuser of his is dead. It's just not, and they're all in different places, and they're all magically pushing daisies. Really? I bet they were all cremated too. Probably organ donors while they were at it, if I had to guess. I don't know. It's the things that we put up with, or we just let magically slide by, is really, really disgusting to me. I don't know how we have made it this far as a populace, allowing this sort of situation, especially when we have like the power of trending topics these days. You know what I'm saying? Like, really? But the silver lining in this cloud is that every time they're like, this is what we're, you know, the evil side, this is what we're going to do. This is the plan. This is the plan, kids. We're going to, yeah, let's just kill him. That's what we're going to do. You know, just make sure that, you know, the guards are changed out, and, you know, the surveillance just didn't work, and nobody heard or seen nothing, and it was the dead of the night, and, you know, things weren't really, you know, happening like they usually would on their schedule. And guess they're just dead. Like, we don't know. We don't know anything. Like, they've gotten so sloppy. And when I was at Snapchat, this was like the, you know, the buzzy topic in the office, and it's one of these, you know, open concept freaking hipster offices, which is so not my jam. Whatever, I'm not a cool kid, and I never will be. And the guy that I was working on, that I was show running with like millions of people were red pilled today, because this is just shameful. Like, really, you expect people to believe this? And that's true. Every time they do something like this, the people that do catch on are like, oh, this is real. There is a wildly evil pedophilic cult amongst Hollywood royals and politicians and every other elite person that you can find in this world. They've all got really gross, disgusting stuff going on between them and for them and around them. It's all disgusting. It's all so gross. But every time they, you know, they pull off one of these charades, or they think they do, more and more and more and more and more people catch on to it. They're like, you really think I'm going to believe that? Like, honestly? Seriously? No. Stop. And nobody's going to miss Kevin Spacey. I mean, whatever. Acting, it's not that serious of a job. Entertainment, it's not that serious of a job. There's people that do a lot of their professions that are actually making headway in this disgusting, evil world. Anyway, I will leave you with that. That's enough, right? That's enough. People died. Harvey Weinstein ate ice cream alone in public and looked super sad. Like, that's enough for one Friday, I think. So, the next couple weeks, I'm going to be interviewing some more guests to stack up episodes, because I am gone. I am gone to Asia for the most of February. So I'll probably do a similar situation when I was in Asia last time and the time before. October, November, whatever. Both, neither, whatever. That is the plan going forward. So we'll be hearing and seeing from some new guests, and theme of 2020 in my personal life. And like, I don't do that whole like work-life balance thing. That's not my jam. So also my work life, because those two things are one and the same. It's going to be Data's on Tour 2020. That's going to be the point. So I'm going to be all over the joint, as far as I can go, as fast as I can go. And I'm going to be talking to everybody, because the thing of this whole Me Too situation is that every single place needs to get on the same page, because Germany, France, South Korea, India, everywhere is having their own kind of version of this. And if we can all find a way to intermingle and mesh, be like, what kind of problems are you having? What kind of problems are you having? What worked for you? What didn't work for you? If we can get that communication going, I mean, that's what the military says, is that, communication is everything, right? So strategically, fighting the good fight, we need to talk. So I have reached out to basically every hashtag Me Too movement around the world, essentially. So if you think of any more, or if you know of any more, or if you are from a country or town or place or whatever, planet, river, mountain, ocean, I don't know what's going on out there, that is has some sort of piece of the hashtag Me Too movement, slide in my DMs. This is the one time I'm inviting DMs to be slid in. Come, let's chat. And even if it's not on the show, like just to get some footing and seeing how the world is having a go of it, because all of these things are important. And if we are making headway as a species. We're getting better at this, but there's always room for improvement. So with that being said, slide on my DMs if you have information, or even if it's not you, but you know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody, that's fine. I'll take that too. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. Happy 2020. It's on tour, and I will see you all next week for another live No Filter Friday on Public House Media. And because it's January, we're actually having Public House Media is having more shows join the lineup. So I'll always be dark and dirty on Friday nights. You can count on me for that, being the darkest show on the network. No one's taking that title, but there will be new fun shows with topics that are like fun to talk about on the network. So go check out the Public House Media page and anywhere you get your podcasts, and come check out those new shows. And I will see you all next week. Bye.